What if your morning coffee is doing the exact opposite of what you expect? Millions of adults over 60 start every day with a hot cup of coffee, believing it's simply a harmless habit, or even a healthy one. And in many ways, they're right. Research has repeatedly linked regular coffee consumption with a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. But here's what surprises many people. The health benefits of coffee don't depend only on what you drink. They also depend on when, how, and what you drink it with. I've met many older adults who proudly told me they never skipped their daily coffee, yet their fasting blood sugar kept climbing year after year. They assumed coffee was protecting them. In reality, a few simple habits were quietly canceling out many of its potential benefits. The good news is that these mistakes are easy to fix. Today, I'll show you how small adjustments to your coffee routine may help support healthier blood sugar levels, reduce unnecessary glucose spikes, and work alongside the healthy habits your body already needs. These strategies are supported by research, but they're not a replacement for medical care or diabetes medication if you've been prescribed one. We'll also look at the 3 coffee mistakes I see most often in adults over 60, and the simple routine that many people find much easier to follow. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, how many cups of coffee do you drink each day? Your answer may reveal more about your blood sugar than you realize. In the next part, let's uncover why coffee can both help and sometimes temporarily raise blood sugar, depending on how your body responds. At first, this sounds confusing. You've probably heard that coffee lowers the risk of type 2 diabetes. Then someone else tells you coffee raises blood sugar. So which one is true? The answer is both, and understanding the difference can completely change how you drink your next cup. Coffee contains natural compounds called chlorogenic acids and polyphenols. These plant compounds have been studied for their ability to support insulin sensitivity and slow the absorption of glucose after meals. Over time, regular coffee consumption has been associated with a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes in many large population studies. But caffeine has another effect. Shortly after you drink it, caffeine stimulates your nervous system. Your body releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which tell the liver to release stored glucose into the bloodstream. This response is completely normal. It was designed to give us energy when we needed to react quickly. For healthy people, this temporary rise is usually small. But for many adults over 60, especially those with prediabetes or insulin resistance, the increase can be much more noticeable. That's why 2 people can drink the exact same cup of coffee and see completely different blood sugar readings. The goal isn't to stop drinking coffee. The goal is to help your body receive its benefits while minimizing its temporary effects on glucose. And that's exactly where many seniors unknowingly make their first mistake. In the next part, I'll explain why drinking coffee immediately after waking up, before eating anything, may be one of the biggest reasons morning blood sugar stays higher than expected. Let's start with the mistake I see most often. Many people wake up, head straight to the kitchen, and pour a large cup of black coffee before they've had a single bite of food. It feels harmless. In fact, many believe it's the healthiest way to drink coffee. For some people, that's not a problem. But if you're over 60 and your blood sugar is already creeping upward, this habit may be working against you. When you wake up, your body naturally produces more cortisol. This hormone helps you feel alert and prepares your body for the day ahead. At the same time, your liver releases a small amount of stored glucose to provide energy after several hours of fasting. Now add caffeine. Caffeine can temporarily amplify this natural response, causing the liver to release even more glucose into the bloodstream. If you haven't eaten yet, there's no protein, healthy fat, or fiber to slow the process. As a result, some people experience a much larger morning blood sugar rise than they realize. This doesn't mean coffee is bad. It simply means timing matters. A better approach is surprisingly simple. After waking up, drink a glass of water first. Give your body 30 to 60 minutes to fully wake up. Eat a protein-rich breakfast, such as eggs, plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or another healthy protein source, and then enjoy your coffee. This small adjustment may help reduce unnecessary glucose spikes, while allowing you to continue enjoying the long-term benefits coffee can offer. But that's only the first mistake. The next one is even more common, and it often hides inside the cup itself. Now let's look inside the coffee cup itself. Many seniors proudly tell me, "I don't drink soda anymore," but then they stir 2 teaspoons of sugar into every cup of coffee, often several times a day. Those small amounts add up quickly. Sugar is one of the fastest ways to raise blood glucose. Even if your coffee contains beneficial plant compounds, adding sugar can reduce many of the advantages you're hoping to gain. Instead of helping your metabolism, your morning drink may become another source of unnecessary glucose spikes. Flavored creamers can be just as misleading. Many contain added sugars, refined oils, and artificial ingredients that increase calories without providing meaningful nutrition. Even products labeled low-fat or light may contain hidden sweeteners to improve taste. Artificial sweeteners aren't always a perfect solution either. While they don't raise blood sugar the same way sugar does, some research suggests that frequent use may affect gut bacteria and influence glucose metabolism in certain people. Scientists are still studying these long-term effects, but it's another reason to avoid relying on intensely sweet flavors every day. The healthiest choice is often the simplest. Freshly brewed black coffee is an excellent option for most people. If plain coffee feels too bitter, try gradually reducing the amount of sweetener over a few weeks. Many people are surprised by how quickly their taste buds adapt. You can also add a light sprinkle of cinnamon for flavor. While cinnamon isn't a treatment for diabetes, some studies suggest it may modestly support healthy blood sugar as part of an overall balanced lifestyle. But there's another mistake that many people never consider, and it happens hours later. Let's talk about why the time of day you drink coffee may matter just as much as what's inside the cup. Most people think coffee only affects them for an hour or two. In reality, caffeine stays in your body much longer than many realize. For some adults, especially after age 60, it can remain active for 6 hours or even longer because the body processes caffeine more slowly with age. That matters because healthy blood sugar doesn't depend only on what you eat. It also depends on how well you sleep. During deep sleep, your body repairs tissues, balances important hormones, and improves insulin sensitivity. When sleep becomes shorter or more fragmented, blood sugar often becomes harder to control the next day. This is why an afternoon or evening cup of coffee can quietly create a cycle. You drink coffee to fight afternoon fatigue. The caffeine makes it harder to fall asleep or reduces the quality of deep sleep. The next morning, you wake up feeling tired, reach for more coffee, and the cycle repeats itself. Many people never connect their poor sleep with their rising glucose levels. If you enjoy several cups each day, try having your last caffeinated coffee no later than early afternoon. For many people, stopping around 1 or 2 p.m. gives the body enough time to clear most of the caffeine before bedtime. If you simply love the taste of coffee in the evening, consider switching to a high-quality decaffeinated version. Decaf still contains many of the same beneficial plant compounds found in regular coffee, while providing much less caffeine. Now that we've covered the 3 biggest mistakes, let's focus on the solution. In the next part, I'll show you the simple coffee routine I often recommend to older adults who want to support healthier blood sugar without giving up the drink they love. Now let's put everything together into a simple routine. You don't need expensive supplements or trendy coffee recipes. In most cases, small changes to your daily habits can make a much bigger difference. Start your morning with a glass of water instead of coffee. After several hours of sleep, Your body is naturally dehydrated, and rehydrating first helps your system wake up more gradually. About 30 to 60 minutes later, eat a breakfast that includes protein. Eggs, plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a handful of nuts are all good examples. Protein slows digestion, helps you stay full longer, and reduces rapid swings in blood sugar after meals. Once you've eaten, enjoy your coffee. Drink it plain if possible, or with only a small amount of milk if that's how you prefer it. Skip the added sugar and flavored creamers whenever you can. If you're having lunch, another helpful strategy is to enjoy a small cup of black coffee about 20 to 30 minutes before your meal. Some research suggests that coffee's natural compounds may help support a healthier glucose response after eating when consumed this way. It's not a magic trick, but it can become one more healthy habit working in your favor. Finally, pay attention to how your own body responds. Some people feel great after 2 cups a day. Others notice jitters, a racing heart, or trouble sleeping after just 1. There is no perfect number for everyone. The best routine is one that supports both your energy and your overall health. In the next part, I'll share another simple habit that can make coffee even more effective, and it has nothing to do with changing what's in your cup. Here's something many people overlook. Coffee is only one piece of the puzzle. On its own, it won't keep blood sugar under control if the rest of your lifestyle is working against you. One of the most powerful habits you can pair with coffee is regular movement. You don't have to join a gym or complete intense workouts. Even a 20 to 30-minute walk at a comfortable pace can make a meaningful difference. When your muscles contract during physical activity, they pull glucose out of your bloodstream and use it for energy. This process doesn't rely entirely on insulin, making exercise especially valuable for people with insulin resistance. That's why many healthcare professionals encourage walking after meals whenever possible. Another good option is to enjoy a cup of coffee shortly before a planned walk or other light exercise, provided it doesn't make you feel jittery. For some people, the caffeine provides a gentle energy boost that makes staying active easier. Others may prefer coffee afterward. The key is finding what feels comfortable for your body. Don't overlook strength training either. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass. Since muscle is one of the body's largest users of glucose, maintaining healthy muscle through simple resistance exercises can help improve long-term blood sugar control. Think of it this way. Coffee may help support your metabolism, but movement gives your body somewhere to use that energy. Together, they create a much stronger foundation than either habit alone. But even people who exercise regularly often make one final mistake that quietly cancels many of these benefits. Let's finish by talking about the daily habits that can sabotage your coffee, and the simple routine that brings everything together. By now, you know that coffee can be part of a healthy lifestyle, but there are a few everyday habits that can quietly undo many of its benefits. The first is pairing coffee with highly processed foods. A sweet pastry, sugary cereal, donuts, or cookies may seem like a normal breakfast, but they're loaded with refined carbohydrates that digest quickly and send blood sugar soaring. Coffee can't cancel out that effect. Instead, choose foods that contain protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep your energy more stable. The second habit is drinking too much coffee. More isn't always better. While moderate coffee intake is considered safe for most healthy adults, excessive caffeine can increase anxiety, raise blood pressure in some individuals, and interfere with sleep. If coffee leaves you feeling shaky, restless, or unable to sleep well, cutting back may actually improve both your energy and your glucose control. The third habit is relying on coffee instead of real meals. Coffee is not a meal replacement. Skipping breakfast or lunch and depending on caffeine to suppress hunger can lead to overeating later in the day and make blood sugar swings even more difficult to manage. Finally, don't ignore what your body is telling you. Persistent fatigue, excessive thirst, frequent urination, blurry vision, or slow-healing cuts are not problems that coffee can solve. These symptoms deserve proper medical evaluation, especially if they continue or become worse. Healthy coffee habits should support your overall health, not replace good nutrition, physical activity, regular checkups, or prescribed treatment. In the final 2 parts, I'll show you a simple daily routine that brings everything together and explain who should be especially careful with coffee, even if they've enjoyed it for decades. By now, you can see that coffee itself isn't the problem. In fact, for many older adults, it can be part of a healthy lifestyle when consumed wisely. Here's a simple routine you can start using tomorrow. When you wake up, drink a glass of water first. Give your body about 30 to 60 minutes before reaching for coffee. During that time, eat a balanced breakfast with protein, such as eggs, plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or another healthy option that keeps you satisfied. Then enjoy your first cup of coffee, preferably plain, without added sugar or flavored creamers. If you drink a second cup, try having it in the late morning or around lunchtime instead of later in the afternoon. If you plan to take a walk after lunch, even better. Combining regular movement with healthy eating habits is one of the best ways to support stable blood sugar over time. Keep your total intake moderate. For most people, 2 to 4 cups of coffee spread throughout the day is a reasonable amount, but everyone's caffeine tolerance is different. Listen to your body. If coffee causes heart palpitations, anxiety, stomach discomfort, or poor sleep, reduce the amount or choose decaffeinated coffee instead. Remember, no single food or drink can prevent diabetes by itself. What matters most is the pattern of your daily habits. Small choices repeated consistently often produce far greater results than dramatic changes that only last a few days. In our final part, I'll leave you with the most important message about coffee, diabetes, and the one thing I hope every senior remembers after watching this video. If there's one message I'd like you to remember from today's video, it's this. Coffee isn't a cure for diabetes, but the way you drink it can support, or work against, your long-term health. Many older adults spend years searching for a miracle food, a special supplement, or the newest health trend. But lasting health is rarely built on one big decision. It's built on small choices repeated every single day. If you enjoy coffee, you don't have to give it up. Instead, drink it at the right time. Avoid loading it with sugar. Don't let it replace nutritious meals. Pair it with regular movement, enough protein, quality sleep, and routine medical care. These simple habits work together far better than any single drink ever could. It's also important to remember that coffee isn't right for everyone. If you have uncontrolled high blood pressure, certain heart rhythm problems, severe acid reflux, or if caffeine consistently causes anxiety or insomnia, talk with your healthcare provider about what's best for you. Decaffeinated coffee may still be a good option for many people because it contains many of the same beneficial plant compounds with much less caffeine. Most importantly, don't wait until diabetes becomes harder to manage before making small improvements. Whether your blood sugar is normal, slightly elevated, or already being treated, healthy habits are always worth starting today. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments. How do you usually drink your coffee? Black, with milk, or with sugar? Your experience may encourage someone else to make a healthier choice. And if you know a friend or family member who's trying to manage blood sugar, share this video with them. Sometimes one simple conversation can inspire a lifetime of better habits. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Take good care of yourself, stay consistent with the little things, and I'll see you in the next video.